Istanbul, the crossroads of civilizations, where the East and West intersect, blending ancient and modern. In this ancient city, the Istanbul Archaeological Museum stands at its core, which is an extraordinary historical site. Among the relics of ancient empires, a marvel of craftsmanship and history stands here. A masterpiece of ancient artistry that holds keys into the culture, conflicts, and alliances of the ancient world. This is the Alexander Sarcophagus. A sarcophagus is a large, often ornately decorated stone coffin traditionally used in ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome to house the remains of royalty, high-ranking officials, or notable individuals. Typically rectangular and made from durable stone like limestone or granite, it often features intricate carvings, reliefs, and inscriptions that convey information about the person's life, accomplishments, and beliefs. Going back to the 4th century BC, the Alexander sarcophagus is made of Pentelic marble, one of the highest quality marbles, known for its clarity, strength, and ability to be carved well. This sarcophagus resembles a Greek temple and is of remarkable quality. With beautiful designs and amazing friezes, it's one of the most well-preserved and detailed sarcophagi in history, all of which make it fit to be named after a leader who conquered most of the known ancient world. Alexander the Great. The Alexander sarcophagus was discovered near Sidon, Lebanon, in the royal subterranean necropolis of Aya. It was one of 4 sarcophagi which were excavated by the Istanbul Archaeological Museum's founder, Osman Hamdi Bey, alongside Yervant Voskan. It took monumental effort to bring it back to Istanbul. Not able to show the sarcophagi in current buildings, Osman Hamdi Bey persuaded the Ottoman government to create a museum for these remarkable artifacts. In other words, the discovery of these sarcophagi was the catalyst for the construction of the Istanbul Archaeological Museum, which opened its doors in 1891 with the Alexander sarcophagus as its main attraction on the ground floor. Strangely, the Alexander sarcophagus does not belong to Alexander the Great. Scholars now believe it was crafted for a Phoenician king, possibly Abdolonymus, the ruler of Sidon. But why is it named after Alexander the Great? The key is in the beautiful reliefs that adorn every side of the sarcophagus. First, there's the battle scene, likely inspired by the Battle of Issus, where Alexander defeated a larger Persian army. These detailed carvings portray Alexander himself with a large lion's helmet, leading his men into battle. Alexander holds his hand back, which most probably once held a bronze spear. The spear would have been thrust towards the man desperately trying to get off his horse. The battle scenes are striking, alive with energy and heroism. Each figure is lifelike, their faces animated with expressions of determination, fear, and intensity. Swordsmen and archers clash, with soldiers falling in heroic death. And all tied to their brave leader, Alexander. Alexander is depicted as a fearless leader, charging forward, marking him as a hero who doesn't need armor. He's shown fighting against Persian forces, a tribute to his military campaigns and ultimate triumphs in Asia Minor. The interpretation of Alexander in the relief is very similar to the famous Alexander mosaic, which was inspired by a painting now lost. The sarcophagus uniquely blends Greek and Eastern artistic styles. The Greek influence is clear in the realistic human forms and dynamic poses. But the inclusion of Eastern symbols and dresses reflect the diverse cultural exchanges of that time. It merges cultures, combining Persian, Phoenician, and Hellenistic styles. On the other side, a different tale unfolds. Here, Alexander is hunting lions as a symbol of strength and courage. This scene, as opposed to the battle reliefs, reflects the leisure of the ancient elite. Hunting in the ancient world was more than a game. It was a statement of nobility, of man's dominion over nature, and a display of power. In this way, the Alexander sarcophagus celebrates both the warrior and the ruler. But an interesting part of these reliefs is the fact that Greeks and Persians are not in conflict, but joining forces in a hunt. The artwork shows people uniting after war, which was the central theme in Alexander's governing, forming a mosaic of people who impacted one another. This is emphasized and made real by the precision in every carved figure. The detail in each warrior's attire and the horse's expressions in motion is striking, the nuances of emotion, all sculpted from marble by artists who knew technique and storytelling. Every angle and fold of fabric, each muscle tells a part of the narrative. Another unique aspect of it are the traces of color visible throughout the artifact, indicating that the artifact was originally embellished with vivid colors. This sarcophagus, 2,300 years old, once glimmered with shades of blue, red, violet, and gold hues, bringing these scenes to life in a way that's hard for us to imagine now. But why was such a richly decorated sarcophagus found in Sidon, a Phoenician city? Sidon was strategically located, influenced by Persian rule, and later by Greek culture under Alexander. When Alexander installed Abdolonymus, a gardener of royal lineage, as Sidon's ruler, he transformed the city into a tribute to Greek power and ideals. This sarcophagus symbolizes Sidon's role as a cultural melting pot, a place where Eastern and Western art and traditions coalesced. The Alexander Sarcophagus stands as a testament not only to the artistry of the Hellenistic period, but also to the complex interaction of power and identity in the ancient world. Abdolonymus's tomb, showcasing scenes from Alexander's campaigns, reflects a ruler adapting to the New World Order, while honoring the Eastern traditions that shaped his heritage. Even though the sarcophagus has no clear inscription identifying its occupant, the artwork conveys much. It pays tribute to conquest, power, and unity among diverse cultures, celebrating a leader's strength and the rich, often tumultuous history of the region. The Alexander sarcophagus has endured over 2 millennia, silently witnessing history's rise and fall. Here at the Istanbul Archaeological Museum, it inspires us, reminding us of the lasting themes of courage, legacy, and the lasting power of art. Today, it is more than an object. It's a bridge across centuries, connecting us to a world both distant and remarkably familiar.